Alright guys, so today we are going to be doing a speed test, top speed test, 1 through 5 on the Hyper E-Ride City mid-drive. We're going to go and essentially take a quick run in each PAS setting. In the beginning of the video, we'll do 1 through 5 with pretty much no effort and see what the bike will do when you're putting in very little effort. After that's done, we'll switch to moderate effort and we'll ride some varied terrain. Anyway, hope you enjoy the content. Alright guys, check it out. Today we are going to be doing a PAS 1 through 5 test, checking out the top speed in each PAS level on the Hyper E-Ride City mid-drive. So we're going to flip around on our first run. This is PAS 1. Keep in mind, we are putting in very minimal effort at top gear 7. Alright, having to put a little bit of effort. Alright. Alright, that's PAS 1, gear 7. I'm just barely putting in effort, and it looks like we're sitting around 10 miles an hour according to the display on the bike. Alright, very little effort, getting closer to 11.5, 12 miles an hour. Alright, let's turn around, start off again. Dead stop. PAS 2. Put a small amount of effort in. Okay. Just cycling my legs at this point. Okay, that's at putting minimal to no effort, and we're at 12 and a half miles per hour in PAS 2. Alright, let's try it out in PAS 3. Here we go. Again, minimal effort, just moving the pedals. Alright, we're getting 13 miles per hour in PAS 3. Alright, let's go for PAS 4. Oh yeah. Big difference in PAS 4. Just taking off in general, the bike just gives you way more power. Big jump up there. Not in speed though. keep in mind the bike is capable of speeds faster than this, which we'll cover in just a little bit, but I'm just trying to do minimal effort, see what the bike will carry as far as speed goes in each PAS setting, and putting in pretty much zero effort. This bike is maintaining about 13-14 mile an hour in PAS 4. Okay. Let's go for PAS 5. PAS 5. Again, we're in gear 7, so top gear. Okay. Even more assistance. And this way is a little uphill, so if you see some differences in the speeds going this way, it's because of that. So that's pretty much just me cycling my legs in PAS 5 on this bike. Cadence is around 60, and we are at about 13-14 miles an hour. Alright guys, purpose of today's video is to get top speed test. We just did a top speed test in each PAS setting from 1 to 5, putting in minimal effort, just to see what the bike would do in each PAS setting, and we got it to like 14 miles an hour. The bike is capable obviously of more speed than that, but I wanted to do a minimal and moderate test. So now we're going to start the moderate test on an actual ride. And here we go. So we are in PAS 1, starting on the ride now. We've already done 2.56 miles as a result of the testing for the settings in a minimal effort. Now we're going to be putting in I would say a medium amount of effort. So as you can see, as the cadence starts to climb, so does the speed. I'm going to try to maintain somewhere around 130 beats per minute as far as heart rate goes. We're just starting out, so give me a second to let that heart rate climb. One thing about this bike is it is so smooth. The power delivery is so smooth. That you can either push hard or go easy, and it's just butter smooth. Anyway, so we're going to do 4-mile laps in each PAS setting. Right now we're in PAS 1, gear 7. We're going to try to maintain gear 7 throughout the entire ride. The only way we're switching out is if we get to a point where we can't climb the biggest hill. Okay, we're going to have some school traffic this morning, so I apologize if it's a little tough. One thing I do want to point out, I'm trying to get that heart rate to climb it so at 105 and not get any higher, so I'm going to start spinning a little bit more. So I would say, as a result of me having to spin a little bit more to get that heart rate up, I might be going above what I would consider a moderate pace or a moderate amount of effort. We will have slight hills, big hills, and downhills. I'm going to be testing it in each PAS setting, as well as testing the range. We started this out at 100%, so it'll be interesting to see. I think we should have something around 20 miles once we get done with the last lap on PAS 5. So we will see how the bike reacts in a varied and a ride filled with variable assist. So typically I just ride the bike in level 1 assist. I've done a range test in level 5. If you want to check those videos out, then check out my channel, look this bike up, and it'll be there. So we're climbing the hill, finally getting that heart rate up to about 120. I'd like to get it to 130, but I don't think it's going to happen, at least right now. We'll hit this hill, it'll warm us up. Anyway, I'm going to try to do a full lap on this bike, so just so you guys see what the layout is, and then the subsequent laps, just for time, your time and mine, with the content to save us some of that time. I'm going to cut it. I'll do this straight stretch, I'll do the hill, I'll do the downhill, and then when we flip up between PAS settings. All right, now we're sitting at 17.5 miles an hour, cadence of 81, and level 1 assist, gear 7. Slight hill. That's one thing about this bike is, if it's just a slight hill or flat ground, a lot of it feels the same. I mean, I'm having to put a little bit more effort in now, but other bikes, hub drives, you would notice that a bit more, the difference in incline. This thing just eats it up because it's a mid-drive. All right, we are entering the hill at 18, almost 19 miles an hour. PAS 1, gear 7. Gonna try to do this sitting down. Moderate effort. Okay. Okay, we're having to put in a little extra. But we're doing it. Not having to get off the seat yet. Okay. Climbing. Whew. Definitely getting the heart rate up. 137. But yeah. Woo. Gear 7. Now, keep in mind typically that I would put this thing in like gear 4 or 5, climbing that, but because I'm trying to get a similar result or a comparable result in all PAS settings, I am leaving it in gear 7 for the entirety of the ride. Okay, slight downhill. We're going as fast as 19 miles an hour. Okay. All right, we're sitting, going downhill at a cadence of about 80, 17, 18 miles an hour. in my own experience, this bike, well, this motor, it likes to be around 80 or 90 as far as cadence goes. That's where you really get the power of the bike. Well, I would say the most power. It's definitely giving me power right now, but it feels like when I get up to the 80, 90s, that's when this, I don't know if it's a cadence sensor or what. I'd have to research it. Maybe a torque sensor. And I'm thinking it's a cadence. No, probably a torque. Because if it was a cadence sensor, maybe both. Because earlier, whenever we did the top speed tests and minimal effort, I was spinning, but not really putting in torque. So I guess maybe I could have spun faster or pushed down on the pedals a little bit more, and that maybe would have punched it up a little. Because as you guys can see, we're in level 1 assist, heading downhill, and we're going like 18, 19 miles an hour. One thing about this bike compared to the Concord that I tested the other day and other bikes that are hub drive, it won't let you go faster than 20, really. I do have stints where I'm flat ground. I'm able to go, I've been able to go like 22. I think a lot of that had to do with me having a significant wind at my back, and I was really thrashing the crank. I was really putting out. All right. Slight uphill. Again, PAS1, gear 7, slight uphill, and we're maintaining about 15.6, no 15, about 15 mile an hour. Excellent, still good range, or still good speed. I will say, guys, other than the seat on this bike, I really like this machine. It's for the money, and I think it's on sale right now for like $798. I bought it originally for $699. I don't think you can beat this thing for that price. Mid-drive wise, you can beat it in speed, you can beat it in components, spending a little bit more money, but to get a mid-drive bike anywhere under $1,000, that's a pretty good deal. So anyway, so this is the section where I've hit 22 before. When I say 22, I mean in PAS1. I don't really go above PAS1 on my typical daily rides. If you guys are trying to cross, oh, we're up to 20.7 miles per hour. Alright, come to a full stop, and this is what the bike is like. PAS1, gear 7, taking off from a stop sign. Plenty easy, so easy. Now that might be stressing the chain out more than you would probably prefer it. That's one thing that's, how do I say this? It's not always apparent whenever you're riding these e-bikes, especially the mid-drives, because you could be in a gear and the motor could be giving you assistance, and you have the assumption that it's easy because it's not too hard to pedal. The situation is that it's not actually easy. The motor's making up the difference. And it's actually putting a lot of stress on the chain. So with that being said, do take the time to shift gears as you're riding around. You don't have to go all the way down, but you know, give yourself 2 or 3 gears, make it a little easier on the bike. All right, we are almost done with the first lap. It says 6.6 miles, but that's adding in the additional 2 from earlier. So we're really at like 4 miles each loop. All right, switching to PAS2. Seemed like in PAS1 we maintain about 14-15 miles an hour. As the low, about 17-18 miles an hour as the high. And here we go. So we're in PAS2. Looking like with a cadence of 80, we're maintaining about 17 miles an hour. Heart rate 120. And that's only going to get easier. It's only going to get easier from here. Make sure when you turn on this bike, one thing to keep in mind is you keep the pedals whatever side you're turning to, you keep the pedal up, or at the very least level while you're turning, because you will pedal strike on this bike. And it is not the end of the world, but it will lift up the rear end of the bike. You'll break traction, and it is dicey. All right, here we go. Man, this thing just takes off. Smooth as butter. You've got to love this bike when you ride it. Especially for the price. It's nothing but smiles. All right, we got a flat section here before we hit the next couple of hills. We're in assist level 2, PAS2. We've ridden 7.8 miles, maintaining 19.8 miles an hour, almost 20. Still have full bars in gear 7, cruising at 122 beats per minute. Oh yeah, this is not even a question. This thing just cruises up hills. Woo! Love it. If you guys are on the fence about this bike, get it. 20.8, entering the hill, level 2 assist, gear 7. Definitely carrying more speed up the hill. We're slowing down now. Effort is going up. We're smooth. At the lowest, we're at 12.9, almost 13 miles an hour. Gonna crest the hill. I would stand up on the pedals and see what it would do. I don't think it will make a difference. And this bike is really hard at standing on the pedals, just because of the seating position and the handlebars. Let's take a right. Alright, slight downhill, PAS2, gear 7. We're right at 19, 20 miles an hour. Alright guys, we just swapped over footage, so you might have missed a little bit. Anyway, we are on the 1 through 5 pedal assist test at a moderate amount of effort. Oop, hear that? That's the pedal dragging. Didn't listen to my own advice. Alright, punching it up to PAS3. I would say we went pretty much 17 as the low and 19 as the high, and PAS2 during our ride around the neighborhood. Alright, so we are punching up the juice. Alright, we still have not dipped into one battery bar yet. Maintaining about 19, almost 20 miles an hour. We're going fast enough that the brakes are needing to be hit well before we hit stop signs to slow us down. All right. Heart rate of 125. But I gotta tell you guys, I am not even breathing hard right now. This thing is doing all the work. I'm in gear 7, PAS3. We're traveling at 20, 19, about 19 miles an hour up a slight hill. This thing is not even breathing hard. I'm telling you, you get that cadence up to 80 or 90, this thing screams. All right, we're at the straight stretch. We've got a cadence of 93, maintaining 20.1 miles per hour. We may peak into 25 or 21, excuse me. I'm really cycling my legs right now. And man, oh man. Oh, gotta make sure we're lifting those pedals on these turns because we are really cooking right now. Going into the hill at almost 21 miles an hour. Heading up PAS3, gear 7. All right. Oh yeah, she's moving along. I am still having to put in effort, albeit less than I did on the last couple of laps. It's still what I would consider a pace that might make you sweat. Getting to the top, about 14 miles per hour is where we're at, and PAS3, gear 7, as we climb the steepest part of the hill. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Slight downhill. going 21 miles an hour. All right, that was PAS 3. I would say we maintained very close to 19 miles an hour the whole time, up into the 20s and 21, switching to PAS 4. Who would have thought this bike could get even faster? And I would say it's probably going to help us only to 20, so we're not going to get any additional speed, but we're going to get some additional assistance. We are climbing up a hill, PAS 4, gear 7, cruising 19.5 miles per hour. Heart rate is 130. We have traveled 15.2, almost 15.3 miles. All right, so we're on the straight stretch, flat ground, PAS 4, gear 7, maintaining about 20.9, 20.8 miles per hour by the odometer, or by the speedometer. I thought about it after the fact. I should have brought my phone so you guys could compare it. Might do that at the end just to see how accurate it is. At this point, we're just cruising up hills. And PAS 4, moderate effort. Like I said, you get this dude up to like 80, 90 for the cadence, and it sings. Entering the hill at 20, almost 22 miles per hour. Here we go. PAS 4, gear 7, up the hill. 16 miles per hour so far. Still having to put in effort, but not near as much effort as the last 3 trips. Dipping to 15, 14 and a half, and I think that's where we're going to stall, 14 miles per hour up the hill. I don't know if it would have maintained 14. I don't know if I could have maintained 14. Maybe the bike could if you were able to give it enough of your own power. Woo. Heart rate 158. Oh, we got some kind of noise happening. I think it's the brakes. Anyway, slight downhill. PAS 4, gear 7. Maintaining about 20, almost 21 miles an hour, according to the computer on the bike. Oh, climbing this hill. The bike's still giving me the juice, but I am getting a little tired. All right. Closing the door on PAS 4, gear 7, heart rate 140. We maintain about 20 mile an hour the whole way. We drop below that in some places, but for the most part it's 20. So kicking up to PAS 5. We still have 4 battery bars left. We've only lost 1. We're at 17.9 miles. Heart rate's 138. So I guess even in high levels of assist, you can maintain a higher heart rate. You just got to cycle the pedals a lot faster. The new section of film. We are on PAS5, gear 7, heart rate 130. Film. I'm old. Alright. So guys, we're at 18.93 miles right now. We still have 3 battery bars left. We've traveled from PAS1 to PAS4 and are now in PAS5. We're just maintaining 20.5 mile an hour. Like, almost dipped into 21. This thing is just cooking. I'm just having to spin my legs. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm getting a workout because I'm having to spin so fast to be able to make it go. But we're just cruising up this hill. Woo! But right now, still at 131, level 5 assist, 20.6 miles an hour at gear 7. Cadence of 97. Entering a slight hill. On our way up to the big hill for our closing lap. Alright guys, we are at 20.3 miles per hour heading into the hill. Level 5 assist, gear 7, heading uphill. Yeah. Maintaining 15 miles an hour. Still having to put in some effort, but it's not near what it was in level 1 or 2. I've got a decent sized headwind, but we're able to maintain about 15 miles an hour up the hill. And PAS5, gear 7. Whoo! We're at 19.93 miles, 75 minutes, heart rate of 158, going into a slight downhill, 21.5 miles an hour, heading down this. Oh man, I've said this in just about every one of the videos on this bike, and now that I'm past 500 miles and I will do the 500 mile review, I'm going to swap the seat out. If I keep the bike. That's a decision still to be made. I love it. There's no reason to get rid of it other than if I want to review new bikes, I got to get rid of old bikes. So that is still to be decided. Anyway, we're heading up this hill at 17.7 miles an hour with a significant headwind, 18, level 5 assist, gear 7. Alright guys, so we just finished up with the ride. Unfortunately, we didn't get the last portion of the loop on level 5 assist. The camera battery died. But anyway, that is the video levels 1 through 5 on the E-Ride City mid-drive from PAS1 to PAS5, top speed, minimal effort, top speed, moderate effort. We don't have a maximum effort video, but I can tell you right now, as a result of just riding this bike, moderate effort and maximum effort are very close to the same. You're unlikely to get above 21, 22 miles an hour unless you're going on a significant downhill. Anyway, that's just that's pretty much it. If you guys like the video, give me a like. If you want to see more content like this, comment down below. Let me know what it is you want to see. And if you want to be notified of that content when it's made available, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Out.